Hello everybody, Russian Batman here back with another video. Sorry if there's any background noise. However, today we're doing that part 2 to the swap, genre swap. Yeah. Consider maybe not doing it because the first video, like, no one watched it. I sent the OSRS'ers like a picture of like the first drawing, and they were all like, "Bro, I want to be in a yada yada," and sending a whole bunch of stuff. I'm like, "All right, they're gonna watch it." Not a single one of them did. It has like barely any views, but whatever. Like I said, I said I'll do a part 2 regardless. I'm doing a part 2 regardless. So here we have the people that weren't selected in the last one, which is Potato Mean, AJ42, American Joker, Spider Rider, Canadian Meme Dealer, Magic Koopa, and Frail Whale. Yep, and so you can see there's 6 of them here, and we're gonna do 3 of them in this video. And then I also have 6 genres, so it perfectly matches. So it's I added some new ones. So we have fantasy, superhero, samurai. Those were all in the last one but weren't selected. Then 3 more added, which is noir, robot, meaning turn them into a robot, and pirate. So yeah, in this video we're gonna do 3 characters, and then I'll probably do a part 3 because, like I said, I'm having a lot of fun with this. I don't really care that much that doesn't get views, but you know, it doesn't matter. So yeah, let's give it a spin and let's see who we get for our first character. And it is American Joker or Spider Rider? Spider Rider. Alright, nice. We got Spider, which just stands for Spider Rider, as our first character. And am I forgetting something? Oh, dude. Forgot to include, what's his name? Damn, whatever. Alright, what's Spider Rider gonna be? What's it gonna be swapped with? Genre. I guess not really a swap, but superhero? Okay. I can work with that. So it's gonna be a superhero version of Spider Rider. So we're gonna remove that. Alright, who else are we gonna get? Alright, we got Frail Whale. Let's go. I've been wanting to do something with Frail in it. So, you know, I could put him in the title. Boom. There you go. We got Frail Whale. Remove. And what is Frail Whale going to become? What will become of Frail Whale? And Pirate? Alright, looks like it's Pirate. So it's going to be Frail Whale as a pirate. Alright, what's going to be our last one for this video? Remove. Boom. Alright. We're going to use Magic Koopa. I didn't spell the full thing, but Magic Koopa. Alright, and I'm probably going to be just basing off his old sig fig. He says he's making a new one, but he's going to be doing off his old one, which is just kind of Mandalorian in a coat. Alright, what genre is he gonna be in? Alright, robot? Ooh, that could, or fantasy. Ooh, oh my god. Fantasy! Alright, it's gonna be, that's gonna be interesting. A fantasy version of, Magic Koopa. So, just to recap, for this video, we are gonna be drawing a Spider Rider as if he was a superhero, Frail Whale as a pirate, and Magic Koopa in a fantasy setting. So I'm excited. I'm glad we got rid of fantasy. So in next video, we're going to be combining Potato Mean, American Joker, Canadian Meme Dealer with either superhero, noir, or robot. So stay tuned for that. But for now, we are going to be doing those drawings. So yeah, stay tuned. And yeah, see you later. Ciao. Bye-bye. Alright, so for this first drawing, this is the superhero one, so Spider Rider is a superhero. I know Spider Rider has made versions of himself as, like, you know, different personas, I guess. I know he has had a kind of a Spider-Man version of his Sigbig before, but so I decided to not go that angle. I thought, you know, a little bit too obvious Spider Rider as a Spider-Man type superhero. So I kind of went with a more generic, like, Superman kind of look. Even the color scheme ends up being very Superman-esque. Yeah, so very, like, kind of cartoonish almost version of a superhero. You know, very kind of early superhero type stuff. Sorry, I'm a little bit thirsty. Just went on a walk. But, yeah. I'm really happy you can see the headband, how that kind of turned out. It's like kind of I don't know how to describe it. It's like almost like Falcons kind of thing, but like the hair is exposed, so it kind of shows off the hair, and it's meant to kind of emulate the strap he has, the because he uses the kind of the monkey kid head hair piece. So that's kind of what it's meant to emulate, and then also give him kind of the superhero underwear and whatnot. And yeah, don't give any symbol on the chest. I think maybe that was a bit of a missed opportunity because a lot of the early superheroes all have like a symbol on their chest. Sorry about that little snippet back there. But yeah. So we see here, like I said, with the blue and the red, it does end up looking very Superman-y, if that makes sense. But that's kind of what his color scheme is. But I make all the gloves and all not kind of white to give it the white and the blue kind of color scheme is more kind of what Spider Rider has with a bit of red. So that's why I made the cape and the underwear red. I maybe should have made the underwear white. I don't know. But here we go. I experiment with the coloring, but then I stopped doing this. And so the whole thing with the coloring, you see I'm going to go with green at first, and then I erase. And you're like, why are you shading with green? Well, I'm not. See here, I try to do cross hatching. So what I do is I choose all the areas I want to have the lightest level of shading, because I always do 3 levels of shading, right? I make it with green, right? So that's why it has all the green there. And then I select the green, and then I go in with these lines. I know it's very clever, and it basically goes anywhere where the green was, I'm replacing with all these little lines. So I'm really happy how this method turned out. And yeah, then I do it again with the second layer of shading, but then I make the lines go the opposite direction, right? So basically it adds more lines that are kind of adding up in that area. So you see here, I go in with the other set of lines, and let's see, boom, 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 boom. This is very satisfying to watch. This is kind of a pain to do, because it obviously wasn't as fast. But yeah, and then I do that, and then boom, it adds a bit more shading. And I try to go with the classic kind of crosshatch. I don't think I really replicated it that well. Kind of the OG original kind of superhero cross hatching, and yeah. But then for the last layer of shading, I do a just solid black. And overall, I'm really happy with it. How the shading, and that was kind of the main selling point of this drawing, is that had this kind of funky shading style. But yeah, that's kind of it for him. We're gonna show him off, and I do a generic background, and then for the highlighting, I actually just select the color and do a lighter version of that. And yeah, we're gonna see him in just a second. And boom, yeah, very generic background, but I really like the drawing. This next one is Frail as a pirate. This one, I'm not gonna lie, has more pirate than Frail. It's kind of just like a big pirate with Frail's color scheme, if that makes sense. I do try to make the skin a bit yellowish. I actually do change it in the end, so you'll see that the end drawing is a little bit different than what you see in this recording. But yeah, I try to implement some Frail stuff, and the reason I made him a bit of a chunkier pirate, not as in fat, as in kind of built different, is because I was thinking of the whole whale thing, right? Maybe the pirate's nickname is the whale of the sea because he's large. I don't know. Try to implement that into the design a little bit. Add random necklace, and then add this kind of this head scarf thing or whatever to kind of replicate his headset and how it covers his ears. I don't know if that worked out so well. Kind of a big red coat, It ends up not really looking like Frail a lot, but another thing I do end up doing is you can barely notice it in the final drawing. I should have, made it a bit more obvious, but you'll see when I get into coloring, I add he has a face tattoo of a whale skeleton, which I thought was pretty cool. But yeah, I could have implemented more whale stuff in here because frail whale is kind of the most obvious thing to do with pirate frail whale. You see here, I think in a little bit after, yeah. So I make it yellow, and then look at here. No, I don't add it here. When do I add it? I add it in some point in the design. But yeah, this is not. I don't think this is. I think this is maybe the weakest design out of all of them. I don't think it's bad, but. Yeah, I was kind of, at this point when I was making the video, I was a little bit kind of, not burnt out, but wasn't feeling super motivated. So, but, yeah, so maybe it's not the best one, and maybe I probably won't do it in the thumbnail. I don't know what I'm going to do for the thumbnail. Maybe the last one. I think the first one and the last are probably the best, and this one's a little bit weak. I could have done a bit more with the design. But yeah, and you can see here, when am I gonna add the I think the coolest part is the whale tattoo. I just kind of I looked at some reference for whale tattoo, but it didn't look here. Oh yeah, see, that's epic. But you don't really see it you don't really see it unless you look really close. And then I do realize, uh, okay, I'll mention that. I'll mention what I was about to mention when I do this second. So I use blue shading, as you can see. Like I said, I always do a little bit of color with the shading, except the first one, which was completely cross-hatched. Which, tell me if you guys like that cross-hatching. I thought that cross-hatching was cool. Maybe I'll do that in the thumbnail because it has that cool cross-hatching. And that method was genius. I'm not gonna lie, because I wasn't about to, freehand all those, where all the lines are supposed to go. I'm like, I just select the area with green, and then boom, and then I'm good. But yeah. That's what I did. And yeah, the shading, same old shading. And this is because of the blue shading, it kind of makes the skin look a little less yellow and just more pale. So that's why I go back in the end and I kind of up the yellow of the skin to kind of, I guess my head candy maybe he has like scurvy or something, or what's the thing that makes you it's like liver stuff that isn't there some disease associated with pirates that makes your skin yellow? I don't know, but boom, there you go. I thought overall it's pretty good. All right, last one. I'm actually kind of most proud of this one in the video. Sorry, more water. This is Magic Koopa as a fantasy character. And I thought this one kind of had the most obvious way to go, at least in my mind. I kind of had I always had a good idea of what I wanted this to look like, so this kind of ends up looking the best. And basically what it is, it's just because Magic Koopa's sig fig, or at least for right now, is it's a Mandalorian with kind of a jacket on. I think I drew it on one of my streams before, and so I decided to kind of have that same. I didn't go with so much of the same color scheme, but I kind of had the same idea, right? Where it's you have the medieval kind of Mandalorian helmet, where it's just kind of a Crusader helmet, and I have that, that kind of looks like the Mandalorian helmet, and I have that kind of on casual medieval clothes, if that makes sense, which I tried to do. It looks almost like kind of Shakespearean. So that's kind of the route I was going with, where you'd have the armored helmet, but there'd be no other armor, and the rest of the clothes would just kind of not be casual, but be clothes you wouldn't wear to a fight, if that makes sense. So I kind of try to implement that logic into the design, and I think it kind of works out well. It doesn't obviously scream Magic Koopa like the. Honestly, I kind of knew this going into this, but. The outfit ends up looking a lot like Shrek's outfit, especially with that top vest and the kind of the off-white on all of it. And yeah, maybe I could have made that top vest a bit more red to kind of look a bit less like it's just a weird version, like handsome Shrek with the Crusader helmet on. But either way, I think it looks good, and I think Magic Koopa would be happy with being depicted as Shrek. So. Yeah, Magic. Maybe you're looking for a new sig fig. Boom, here you go. Boom, free sig fig idea. Shrek with a medieval Mandalorian helmet. What else could you say? Come on. There's nothing more you want. But yeah, so that's kind of the design. And also, I do realize I ended up giving a very similar looking sword to the pirate sword. Just kind of a very like slim, long, kind of thin sword. Like I said, I kind of gave the pirate one a similar. And for this shading, I did red shading, but other than that, this is kind of it. Just shading and doing all that good stuff. I do actually really like how the shading on this one looked. The background's generic. You'll see that in a little bit. And yeah, I just want to say, everyone have a nice rest of the day. Don't forget that life is special, life is precious. Hold on to it. You go, King. All my short kings out there. Yeah, you got this. You short king. You under 5'11" king. Let's go. And then just have a nice rest of the day and go watch the 2011 film Ranko. It's a very good film. You should watch it. I would highly recommend it. Also, go subscribe to all these guys. I'll leave their links in the description if they have YouTube channels. I don't know if Spider Rider has a channel, so I know the other two definitely do. I don't know if Magic Koopa uploads anything. But yeah, y'all have a nice rest of the day. And like I said, just go watch the 2011 film Rango and enjoy the rest of the drawing, because the rest of the drawing, it's pretty cool. You're going to see the final drawing at the end. I know, it's epic. And I apologize for the lack of content coming out recently. I've just kind of been a little bit swamped on things that I'm doing. And yeah, like I said, my customizing hasn't been on game recently, but so that's why I've been doing more of these videos. And yeah, enjoy and here's the final product, and boom, enjoy. Bye bye.